Hello, it's Amanda Gore here, and I'm talking to you today about 22nd century leadership because so many people, when I'm doing briefings, are asking me, what am I going to speak on? Well, if you want me to focus on leadership, this is my philosophy, 22nd century leadership. So I'm not sure if you've heard of a guy called Daniel Pink, but he's pretty popular in the States at the moment. A journo who was a lawyer, and he wrote a book, an excellent book called Drive. And I wish I thought of this, but I didn't. It's his phrase, but it's fantastic. Daniel Pink says, and you can catch him on a TED video, by the way, he says that there's a mismatch between what science knows and business does. There's a mismatch between what science knows and business does. And it's true, because when you start to look at the sciences emerging today, then there really is a big disconnect between what people really want in life and science biologically proven to want and what leaders and managers and people in organisations are actually doing. So one of the things I do is a mashup, which is a Web3 term. I'm very impressed that I know what Web3 is, but a mashup between neuroscience, epigenetics, emotional intelligence and positive psychology. So we've got neuroscience, epigenetics, emotional intelligence and positive psychology. And although some of them sound a bit daunting, I present them in a way, of course, that's entertaining but full of profound pieces of information that can actually help leaders immediately change their ways. So I reckon a leader's job is threefold, minimum threefold. So the first part of a leader's job is to change people's behaviour. And if you look at, so I'm going to make this 4 parts, excuse me, because there's too much to talk about all in one video. So a leader's job initially is to change people's behaviour according to John Kotter, the famous guru of leadership in America. Well, you can change people's behaviour very simply, even though lots of people go, oh, you can't change people's behaviour, people don't change, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and the leopard never changes its spots. Yes, they do. And neuroscience proves it. So the link between changing people's behaviour is where neuroscience comes in. We have a link between neuroscience and changing people's behaviour. The good news is we can change. And I'm just going to give you a little summary on this video clip because it's a clip. But we can change. Neurologically, we can change. Of course, you've got to want to change, but we can. And there's a very simple scientific formula to change, which I go through. And, Lou Gerstner, when he was turning IBM around, ended up saying, look, he discovered that facts and figures will not change people's behaviour. And of course they won't. Facts and figures will never change anybody's behaviour. But what do we do in corporations? We keep giving people, I got to get better sales results, and we're not doing this, and this isn't happening, and that's not happening. Well, tell someone who cares. It doesn't really affect them. Of course they won't tell you, but inside they're not feeling this. So the only way you can really change people's behaviour, and you can do it in a heartbeat, is if you tell them a story that touches their heart in some way. And even if it's not a full story, touch their hearts in some way and they'll change their behaviour. And the classic example of this comes from Stephen Covey. And I'm sure you'll find your own scenarios that relate to this. Stephen Covey writes in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People how he got onto a train one night and he was tired and he just wanted to get home, And at one station, a young man got on board with 3 small children. And these children are running amok on the train. They're going nuts. And Covey was tired and he just didn't want to deal with it. And this fellow was sitting there in a coma, basically, allowing the children to run around. So finally, Covey leans over to him and he says, look, please, could you do something about your children? They're really disturbing everybody in the train. And this man comes out of his daze and looks apologetically at Covey and says, oh yes, look, I'm really sorry. We've just come from the hospital where their mother died. Now, how quickly did Stephen Covey's behaviour turn around? Like in a heartbeat, the man is full of compassion. He's full of reverence. He's playing with the children. He's trying to help the man in some way. Now, I know that that's an extreme example, but you can change people's behaviour when you tell them a story that touches their heart. And that's the first part of a leader's job. The second part is to create an environment in which people can be the best they can be. And the third is to help people believe in themselves. And the fourth is about the positivity ratio. But we can only have short clips on YouTube. So I'll shut this now and then I'll start part 2 on another one. So look for part 2. Bye.